like the way I whip it up, I need another wrist. Feel like the way I dip it down, I need another beat.
But welcome everybody to an all-new Downright Sports Radio, the podcast. All right, two teams are in the finals. The Milwaukee Bucks and the Phoenix Suns. For the franchises, it is not the first time these teams have entered the finals. The Phoenix Suns have been to the finals multiple times in this franchise's history. The last time they were in the finals, though, Charles Barkley was the star of that team, and it was 1992-93 season. They would lose in 5 or 6 to Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls. That's irrelevant right now. The last time the Milwaukee Bucks were in the NBA Finals, let's just say there was a young man by the name Kareem Abdul-Jabbar on that team, and it was the 70s. It was 1974. Disco wasn't in full bloom just yet, but it was getting there, and I want to say The Godfather 2 was like the #1 movie that year, I think. But anyway, it's different now. The Bucks are led by new people. The Suns are led by new people. The Suns went from the basement to the top. All they did was add Chris Paul. The Bucks were picked to go to the finals last year. Giannis got hurt. That all came to an end. Now, say what you want this year in this NBA season and come up with all the excuses why certain teams are not in there, certain teams are. The Phoenix Suns played hard all year. They bought it. They have the pieces of a team that should be able to win. You got a great point guard, a great shooting guard, and a very good big man down low in DeAndre. And you got to say to yourself, whoa, their bench, their other guys, they come ready to play too. Milwaukee Bucks, they got here a little differently. They limped. They had some tough battles. Their Brooklyn series was must-watch. It was must-watch for so many different reasons. Now, everybody goes, well, they don't win if Kyrie and James Harden are healthy. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe not. The Milwaukee Bucks proved in the last series against the Atlanta Hawks. Guess what? Big men still matter. They went against the Atlanta Hawks with Giannis Antetokounmpo hurt on the sidelines. They went straight old school. Brook Lopez on the post. Give me the ball. Back down. Turn them, face them up. Drive to the basket. Dunking. Slam jam. Thank you, ma'am. Like, they went old school where they dominated with the big man. Goes to show you it still can be done. Stop it. Believe it or not, a good quality big man opens up a lot of shots for the outside shooters. Just trying to tell you. So, the Milwaukee Bucks and their others are just as important as the Phoenix Suns. Now, this series, the way you want to break it down as far as who's better and who's better, if you go by the numbers, and I'm gonna take a hit at this here Red Bull real fair. That was tasty. Check this out. So the Phoenix Suns, one of the better offensive teams in the NBA. If I could change what I'm looking at. The computer picked a hell of a time to freeze, boy. Oh, I love it. This is fantastic. All right, so I'll start with the Milwaukee Bucks. That's the screen I'm stuck on. The Bucks this past year averaged about 120 points a game. That's strong. They were the best offensive scoring teams in the league this year, if not the best. And you're saying to yourself, well, they don't have a James Harden. They don't have a Kevin Durant. No, they do it as a squad, as a unit. They shoot threes. Giannis Antetokounmpo, because he drives to the basket, he's an unstoppable force. Gets a lot of easy buckets. They score and they score. They're very good. They're streaky. They're good streaky though. They're streaky, but they're good streaky. You know what I'm saying? They are able to fill up the net when necessary. They're able to get the three. The reason why they can score so many threes is because of the simple fact that Giannis Antetokounmpo opens up the lanes for them. But not just him. So does Chris Middleton, who's a very good mid-range jump shooter, but can hit his threes here and there. He's able to fill up the points. Then, if you think about it from this standpoint, defensively, they will lock you down. Now, when they played the Brooklyn Nets, they put P.J. Tucker on Kevin Durant. He didn't shut Kevin Durant down. Kevin Durant went off. But there's a way, like, Kevin Durant's a great scorer. You can't shut down great scorers. Like, that not, lockdown defensive players, that's like a high school thing. Like, in high school, you can lock somebody down. In college, you can lock somebody down. In the pros, ain't no lockdown. Like, P.J. Tucker, but what P.J. Tucker did, he made Kevin Durant work for his points. Like, those 40-point games, he was working. Like, he won't out there just putting up buckets without somebody in his face, without somebody hitting his body, without somebody contesting it, just making it work for it. And P.J. Tucker brings that attitude. He brings that aggression. He brings that, the Phoenix Suns ain't no punks, though. And you got to say to yourself, when you're the Phoenix Suns, you got Chris Paul, Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton, the top, the three guys, that three-headed monster. Booker's going to, he got hurt and looked like he got a little bit timid. To me, it sucks that he got hurt because this was Devin Booker's coming out party. This was the game where I've been singing Devin Booker's praises as long as a microphone or camera's been in my face. I think the guy is Showtime. He has got it all. He is definitely it. He's only 25 years old. I would look it up on the computer, but the computer's about to get shot by me like we're in a Santa Claus movie. But Devin Booker, he's so young to be in the league so long. 24 years old, and his body is built for scoring. Now, don't forget, it wasn't that long ago. The young man put up 70 points. 70. That is a 7-0 in a game. One game, he dropped 70 in a professional NBA game. Don't think he can't go off. It's Wilt, Kobe, Devin Booker, all top scorers. You feel me? Like in the top in that type of game. So he can feel it. Now, he's playing at a better level. He's playing at a more mature level. He's willing to give you defense. He's willing to give you buckets here and there. But you can't, in a situation like this, everybody's going to be looking for Middleton versus him to go one-on-one. If you look at Devin Booker's career average, 23 points a game, 4 assists. He can facilitate the rock. This past season, he put up 25 points a game. He's never really been the lead scorer in the league, but don't think his time isn't coming. He's only 24 years old. Don't think he hasn't even hit his prime yet. Like, he's still growing into his body. He's still growing. You know what I'm saying? And for this to be his first playoffs, his first time on the big time. In the first round, he averaged 29 points a game. Second round, 25 in the Western Conference Finals. So, if you're the Milwaukee Bucks, you need to know where he's at all times on the court. But at the same time, you better also know where guys like Bridges and Crowder are on the court as well. Because Crowder we would probably see Crowder guard Giannis a lot. We'll probably see Crowder, him and Giannis, that matchup a lot. I don't think DeAndre's going to guard Giannis too much because DeAndre is very physical. He's very athletic. He's a very good shot blocker, very good post player for his age. Goodness, he can't be no older than 22. Remember, because he left, he came into the league early. Like, he left Arizona, was like deuces. Yeah, 22 years old, Bahama. You drinking Bahama Mamas, enjoying life. But with him, he's 6'11", he's got the size to guard Giannis, but I don't think he can. Giannis, I think, is going to be much faster than he is laterally and physically. And if Giannis is healthy, he's going to be able to just not run through him, but it's going to be a lot harder for him to guard. With that being said, we're going to see. Now, this series could be ugly. It could be the Suns in 4, or it could be the Suns in 7. I got the Suns in 6. I think Chris Paul. I think we'll see Devin Booker score in bunches. Chris Paul won't be the Finals MVP, but he will be an important factor. The Finals MVP will probably be Devin Booker, even though Giannis will do everything he can. But to me, Phoenix is the more complete team. I know everybody thinks Milwaukee, but I think Phoenix is the more complete team. I feel like Phoenix has got it done. Now, with that being said, if Milwaukee were to win, I would not be shocked. And I would not walk it back. I would be very okay with eating crow and saying, hey, but my pick, and I put a poll on Facebook yesterday, and with 100%, it was, and not with 1 vote or 2, I think with over 48 votes or something like that, everybody picked the Suns. They picked the Suns. I'm going to pick the Suns too. Book them. I got the Suns in 7. The first ever Downright Sports Top 10 NBA Showtime Players list. We will break it down. Here we go. We had to do that. It's big. It's big. Gotta get the megaphone for big things. Pause. You know what I'm saying? So, how'd you make my list? I'm going to tell you. Number 1, you gotta be Showtime. You gotta be, every time you're on TV, somebody wants to see you. That's number 1 on the list. Number 2, your team is terrible without you. Not decent, not still a playoff contender. Without you, the team cannot win. Third, you have to be in conversation for MVP. Though, like, that is the biggest criteria, and to put you bumping the head and shoulders of everybody, you either are winning a ring or you just won a ring. So, let's get the list going, all right? Number 10 of the Phoenix Suns, Devin Booker. Booker makes the list because, again, the guy can score. He's a key cog on this team. Because of Chris Paul has put his tutelage. He's ready. He's 24. He's ready to take this team on with or without Chris Paul. Now the Phoenix, the Suns will be geared as one of the elite teams. They've always been years away. Right now, their time is here, and they're in the finals of all things. And Devin Booker, as well as Chris Paul, is the key reason why. Number 9, Joel Embiid was higher on my list, but due to the fact that the team could not get it done against the Atlanta Hawks and continuously can't get it done, is the reason why I made him number 9. Now, without him, the 76ers are the New York Knicks a year ago. And the reason why I say a year ago, because the Knicks are much better, thank God. But the team is not good without him. He, in my opinion, when the first of the year started, was the MVP until I saw Chris Paul. When he was doing with Phoenix, I really feel Chris Paul should have been the MVP. But Joel Embiid was second on my list for MVP. Number 8, Luka Doncic, the man in Dallas. Without Luka, Dallas is garbage. They're nothing. They're fugazi. They're fake. Luka he's one of the best point guards in the game, if not the best point guard in the game, from a pure point guard standpoint. A guy who makes the players around him better. Luka can do that. He can contribute. He's only two. The Dallas Mavericks are made. Luka's new head coach is Jason Kidd. Luka already gets buckets and can drop. He drops so many dimes. I think he has a hole in his pocket. That's how many dimes he drops. He just dropped a dime right now. I can't believe it. Oops, another assist for Luka. But now Chris Paul is your head. Jason Kidd is your head coach. The guru of assists. The man who gives so many assists. He should have been a waiter. Yeah. it's going to be bad in Dallas. I'm here to tell you right now. So Luka is number 8. Number 7, this was hard for me, but I couldn't leave him off for basically what he did this past season, what he's done in seasons past. This is not strictly, I can't believe Tampa just scored. This Stanley Cups is crazy. This is not just what you do in the playoffs, it's what you also can do in the regular season. He's an MVP. I don't feel Houston obviously is trash without him, but James Harden, I have my reservations on the guy, but he's a great player. He gets triple-doubles as if you're just waking up scrambled eggs. Like, the guy is good. He is great. He is next level. Is he Hall of Fame? No question. Is he, can you build a franchise around him? If you're just trying to draw seats and you just care about winning in the regular season, he can do that for you. Postseason-wise, there's a lot of answers a lot of questions that still need to be answered by him, but he is number 7. Number 6, you know him, you love him, I can't stand him, but I'm happy to see him do good. Chris Paul is number 6 for one reason and one reason only. Chris Paul has proven everywhere he leaves gets worse. The guy is like oxygen. If he's not on your planet, everything will die. He left the Clippers. You say what you want, I don't think they got better. He left the Houston Rockets. Say what you want, they got worse. And he left OKC, 2 teams that are going to be in the lottery this year. He goes to Phoenix and they get better. He goes to Houston, they get better. He goes to Clippers, they get better. When he was on the whether it was the Charlotte Hornets or the New Orleans Hornets or the OKC Hornets, they were relevant. They were a team pick to be in playoffs every single year. Chris Paul, even at his advanced age, is still the man. Luka is there, but Chris Paul, from a pure point guard, leader, coach on the floor, I'm not going to tolerate any of your crap. That's what Chris Paul is. I always jumped in Chris Paul's throat. Always felt there was something missing. Chris Paul is the man, and if you were building a friend, if you needed one game to win, these guys on the list is who you want. But Chris Paul is one of the key guys you want, because one thing he can do, he can make others better. He don't make great players. He makes others good. He makes great players next level. I'm just saying. Where's DeAndre Jordan without him? Where's Blake Griffin without him? All right. Number 5, the young man entered the primetime world this year and did not disappoint. He went to the Garden and showed out. He went to Philly and showed out. And he tried to show out in Milwaukee. And that is Trae Young. Trae Young, you take Trae Young off the Atlanta Hawks, and that team is 0-82. That's how bad. Like, he's that difference maker. Now, the good thing is the players around him he has grown with. They are growing together. It kind of reminds me of the Orlando Magic in the 90s. You know, young players growing together, but he is the man. When you walk in the locker room, let me tell you something right now. You know who the key player on that team is, and you better point at Trae Young. If you don't think it's Trae Young, somebody better slap you in the back of your head and check you. Trae Young came into this 2021 postseason on fire and trying to prove a point, trying to tell the world, hey, listen to me. I'm Trae Young. I'm here. And he went all Reggie Miller on the Knicks. He went, I don't know who the Phillies old school rival was, but he basically made Philadelphia hate him. You know what I mean? Like, I'm so but the kid's good. So you got to give him respect. You got to give him props. Number 4, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek freak. He's in the finals. He's made the finals. He's an MVP twice over. He could have been the MVP again. The team is almost nothing without him. And he has made Milwaukee consistently good every year. If you take Giannis and put him on any team, they're going to be that much better, if not great. And he's unstoppable at his size. He uses his size well. He's a leader on the court. He has turned his career into this, like, he's put himself above and beyond so many other players, and he is only going to get better because he's still a young guy. He's only going to get better. So Giannis is number 4. And now here we go. Top 3, all right? At number 3, Brooklyn Nets is Kevin Durant. He's a champion. He's an MVP. Most importantly, he's the best pure scorer. He's unstoppable. He's the most unstoppable scorer. Let's go with that. He's the most unstoppable scorer in the NBA. Why is he not higher? Because I don't feel like he plays that good at defense, and I don't think he really makes his team that much better. But without him, the team is not any good. Look at Golden State. Look at OKC. Look at Brooklyn before he got there. Look at Brooklyn when he's not there. He is the true Brooklyn Nets is his team. He makes them that much better. But it's kind of more from a selfish standpoint. The team that has no choice but to be great with him. You get what I mean? Like, he's that great. But the reason why he's not higher, he can't be lower, because if you put Kevin Durant any lower, you're just being spiteful. He's better than if you need a guy to score, he's going to score more points than everybody ahead of me, behind him, who I put on this list. Trust me when I tell you that. Now, the 2 gentlemen ahead of him, I feel like you can put them on any team, and that team is going to be that much better. Still, at his ripe old age, at 125, Los Angeles Lakers, LeBron James, he is still the man if he wants it. Right now, I think he's thinking more about life after, and he's forgetting that he's still playing. He's kind of in that funny Hulk Hogan phase of life where people still cheer when he comes out, but we need LeBron to enter that NWO Hulk Hogan, that last run where Hogan just gave us some of his best years. Just put on the black and white and just tear it up. But the guy ahead of him, Steph Curry, is number 1. Because we've seen what happened to his team without him. They were in the lottery. Like, they were the number 2 draft pick without him. Like, that's crazy if you think about it. Steph could score. He can play defense. He can be a leader. He's a 2-time champion. He's a 3-time champion. 2-time MVP. He can score the ball from anywhere on the basketball court, but he's also willing to play defense. He's also willing to get in there dirty. Without him, Golden State is not relevant. Without LeBron, the Lakers are still the Lakers. Now, Cleveland, on the other hand, is still like, we're in the league. But without Steph Curry, Golden State Warriors are terrible. Steph should maybe have won the MVP award this year. But he proved, when healthy, he can get his team there. Now, does he need help? Everybody needs help. But Steph Curry proved, without a shadow of a doubt, he, to me, is the most Showtime player in the NBA. Because it's still exciting to watch him play. So, that's the list. Let's recap real quick. Tennis, Devin Booker. At number 9, Joel Embiid. Number 8, Luka Doncic. Number 7, James Harden. 6, Chris Paul. 5, Trae Young. 4, Giannis Antetokounmpo. 3, Kevin Durant. 2, the LeBron James. Number 1, the chef himself, Steph Curry. And that fills out the list of Downright Sports' first ever top 10 Showtime players of today. Next year. Hey, thanks for watching this latest episode of Downright Sports Radio here on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel if you really enjoyed today's episode. But if you want to listen to the show in its entirety, including music, and especially music from upcoming independent artists, listen to it at Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Google Play, Anchor, and Spotify, and subscribe as well. Also listen to the show live on DynastyRadioNY.com every Thursday at 8 o'clock. Your number 1 source for hip-hop, R&B, and soul. Except for on Thursdays, where it's your home for everything sports. So tune in, become a friend, listen, watch, subscribe, hit us up. There's all kind of places we are, because everywhere we go and everything we do, it's always Showtime.